Okay, let's talk about the Melon Music Awards. Every year, it's a huge deal for K-pop, right? But 2025, wow, that was something else entirely. We're not just talking about another award show. This felt like a coronation, a moment that sent a clear signal through the industry that a brand new era was officially here.
So, after all the incredible performances and all the drama, when the confetti finally settled, there was really only one question that mattered. Who truly conquered the night? I mean, who just owned the entire thing?
And honestly, the answer was crystal clear. Two names, just two. G-Dragon and Jennie. We're talking about two absolute legends, proving that a solo artist can do more than just compete. They can completely, utterly dominate on the biggest stage in K-pop.
And that right there, that's the heart of what we're digging into. This whole idea of a new solo era. This night felt like its official launch party. So the big question is, how did these two manage to pull it off? How did they just take over?
Okay, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the awards, let's make sure we're on the same page. When I say a solo era, what does that even mean? You know how for like forever, K-pop has been all about these amazing powerhouse groups. Well, a solo era is this huge shift where individual artists are absolutely crushing it, commercially and critically, all on their own. They're basically rewriting the rulebook for what it takes to be at the very top.
All right, let's talk trophies. Let's get to the hardware. We're talking about the Daesangs, the grand prizes. These are the ones everyone wants. And believe me, this year, the results weren't nothing short of historic.
Okay, so look at this. You've got a really fascinating mix here. 17, totally deserving, grabs Song of the Year from Maestro, what a track. And New Jeans gets Record of the Year, another massive win. But look at the top two. That's where the real story is. Album of the Year, that goes to Jennie for Soloist. And the biggest one, Artist of the Year, goes to the king himself, G-Dragon.
Just let that sink in. 2. That's half. Half of the Daesangs, the most important awards of the entire night, went to solo artists. That is not just a couple of wins, folks. That is a massive statement. It's a huge signpost pointing to where this whole industry is going.
But you know the MMAs aren't just about who takes home a trophy, right? It's about the stages, the performances that we're all going to be rewatching and talking about for years. And man, did 2025 deliver on that front.
So yeah, there was a lot going on. That surprise collab between the rookie groups, insane. And that tribute stage was so heartfelt. But let's be real, the night belonged to our two headliners. G-Dragon's comeback stage, explosive is the only word for it. A full live orchestra? I mean, come on, it was pure art. And then you have Jennie. Her solo debut performance was just this stunning visual masterpiece. She proved, without a doubt, she is an absolute force of nature all by herself.
And of course, moments like that don't just stay in the building. They immediately explode online. So what was everyone saying? What was the vibe on social media?
Yeah, this one post from X pretty much sums it up perfectly. I literally forgot how to breathe during G-Dragon's stage. The king is back. I mean, that's it, right? That's the feeling. It was just this collective sense of awe, watching a true legend return without missing a single beat. And that feeling was everywhere online.
And look, the numbers don't lie. This chart shows the social media mentions during the show, and it's not even close. G-Dragon and Jennie completely dominated the conversation. Seriously, they generated more buzz online than pretty much everyone else combined. If you want a picture of what a takeover looks like, this is it.
But here's the thing. A night like this kind of domination, it doesn't just happen out of nowhere. No, this was the final chapter of a story that had been building for a long time.
Think about it. The first hint was way back in 2023, right? G-Dragon announces he's working on new stuff after being gone for so long. The hype starts. Then, bam, early 2025, Jennie drops the bomb that she's making her official solo debut, and the internet just loses its collective mind. They both drop these incredible, critically acclaimed projects just weeks apart from each other, building this insane momentum that all led to this one night. It was like a perfectly executed 1-2 punch.
So what's the big picture here? What does all of this actually mean? Well, we're watching the game change in real time. It used to be all about the collective, the group. Now, success is being redefined by individual artistry, by a single person's brand. We're moving away from a focus on perfect synchronization to a celebration of unique personal expression. And honestly, that's just incredibly exciting for the future of K-pop. So this all brings us to one final huge question.
When you add it all up, the awards, the mind-blowing performances, the social media explosion, you have to ask, is this the biggest, most important shift K-pop has seen in a decade? Because from where I'm standing, this night makes a very, very strong argument that it is.
Look, there is so much more to dig into from this insane night. If you want the full story, all the performance details, and a complete list of the winners, head on over and check it all out at news.forgequill.com.